Welcome, welcome. We are live. Today is August 23rd on a Tuesday. We got a great show today. And again, for those that you don't know, we are on live on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. And are here at 200X Academy. We specialize taking people from beginner to confidence in crypto in just 3 days. So we're super excited about. We have live events every single month, and periodically I go live as well to give you some the latest and greatest what's going on in crypto. We got some exciting news in Ethereum today. And oh, by the way, if for some of you that want to go and register for our upcoming live event, go on the link above or below wherever you see it, and it'll take you right to our live registration link that's coming up. We were going. Our 3-day event is coming up in less than 30 days, so be sure to check that out. But as far as Ethereum, Ethereum announced this is big breaking news in the last couple of days. It has significant impacts on the crypto space. It's the Ethereum merge. I'm going to break that down a little bit for you, what that is. The Ethereum merge, the developers of Ethereum said that it's going to, the merge should happen right around September 16th and 17th or 18th, right around there. So less than 30 days from now. And why this is big, and I'm just going to read it to you verbatim because I want to make sure I get it accurate because there's a little techie kind of lingo in there. So if you don't mind, the merge is an upgrade from the Ethereum platform that will merge Ethereum mainnet with the Beacon chain. Again, it's a little technical, marking a transition from proof of work from proof of stake. So this, let me just kind of break that down, what it means in the barest simplicity form. This has massive consequences for Ethereum's power consumption. You ever heard of this whole green movement, energy efficiency? Remember Elon Musk, and at first it says, hey, we'll accept Bitcoin for Tesla cars. But then about 4 weeks later, 5 weeks later, it says, no, we can't accept it because it's not Bitcoin has too much energy, right? So even though these major financial oligarchs, you see them bowing down to this green saving energy. And that's why with this merge is happening, the Ethereum's platform is going from proof of work to proof of stake. And what that is going to do, it's going to save 99.8% of the energy it was using in proof of work. Now it's going to save that energy from proof of stake. So what's going to happen is all this demand. I mean, think about this. All this demand, and right now there's well over a couple hundred companies that have these coins that are built off the Ethereum network. And what's going to happen? It's a rising tide raises all boats. So imagine all these other projects. They're going to want to go on Ethereum's network, right? Because it's all this energy of saving all this energy. And so what do you think is going to happen? Not only that, but what do you think is going to happen to the price and demand and perception of value to Ethereum? You bet. There's going to be a whole bunch of money that's going to go into Ethereum. And what is that going to do to this to the Ethereum price? And there's a lot of analysts right now, including myself, that I believe that Ethereum is eventually within the year could highly statistically likely overtake Bitcoin. Now, how about that as a game changer in the crypto space? So be on the watch out for that. It has incredible opportunities to get in now. It's not, the market hasn't compensated for this eventual reality that Ethereum is going to be walking in here shortly. So be on the watch out for that. It's an incredible opportunity to get into Ethereum. This is not financial advice. I would never tell you what to do. It's just giving you information so you can make intelligent, informed decision in the crypto space. One of the things is because our channel, what we teach here, we specialize in the beginner entrepreneur in crypto to start investing in it. And we take them from beginner to confidence because we live in a world of so much technology. It's hard you need to be world-class and a specialist in one area. Well, this is what we do. We take people from beginner to confidence within a couple of days so they can start investing, getting into crypto, those kind of things. And there's a market for that, and that's why we're here. But one of the things is a lot of people don't know, well, why? Why should you get into crypto? What's the big deal, right? And I'm going to unpack some education in today's session, why you need to care, why you need to be on the one step ahead and really seriously get in now. It is a fact that Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, digital currencies, are the wave of the future. That is a fact. Now, the only question is it going to be centralized finance or decentralized finance? Centralized finance is basically what we have now. We have the central banks right in the middle, and you know what they can be doing with our people's money. They can inflate it away. They can play games with it, manipulate it, right? That's your money, your hard work, your savings, your financial future for you and your family. Now, decentralized finance is what Bitcoin is. It's what Ethereum is. It's what a lot of these other coins are. It's decentralized, where no banks can get in there. So the question in crypto is this: who's going to win? Traditionally, is it going to be centralized or decentralized? Traditionally, the banks is a no, Bitcoin's a scam, Bitcoin's a scam, and all these politicians are going out there saying it, putting fear in the marketplace, character assassinating decentralized finance. Because I mean, think about it from the bank's point of view. They got their cartel, their financial cartel, and they got a grip on the world, and they like it, and they're not going to want to give it away. So in the early stages, they character assassinated cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Ethereum. So, but now what they've been doing, they're infiltrating the space, playing kissy kissy, nice nice, right? And so now who's going to win? There's a battle and how this is all going to shake out. Again, centralized finance, bankers' money, it's the bank's money, or decentralized finance, it's the people's money where no one can mess with it. So, who's going to win? It's going to be an exciting battle. And we're here on the front lines for you here at 200X Academy to bring you this step by step cutting edge information so we can be one step ahead on the cutting edge on this and hopefully prosper and financially along the way. I'm going to share you some couple videos here, just so you know why you need to get into crypto. What's the big deal? And you're going to see objectively with this research, we're about ready. We've had the world's reserve currency for over right around 107 years. A lot of analysts debate on when the official year was, but in 1913, that's when the Federal Reserve came to be, and our dollar was backed by gold. Now, in the Bretton Woods Agreement in 1944, that's when it really became public. But analysts say no, it actually happened a lot earlier between 1913 and 1944. But it's been roughly about 107 years. And you're going to see in this next video that I'm about ready to show you, you're going to see there's been 6 countries in world history that's had the world's reserve currency, and we're the sixth one. So so there's been patterns of nations that's had the world's reserve currency. They only last for about 90 to 110 years. Well, America, we've had it for about roughly around 107. So you can see the time is about ready to be up here in America, holding the world's reserve currency. And the reason why that is very important, because we have an advantage that the whole world doesn't have it. We can print money backed by nothing since 1971 when Nixon took us off the gold standard. Our money's backed by nothing since 71. And so you can see it's this is going away, and it's going to affect a lot of people's. I mean, you see inflation happening now. The banks have they've lowered interest rates, so there's curbing the inflation that's been going on. They don't want it to go into hyperinflation. Little side note: there's been 45 documented cases of hyperinflation in world history that meets the standard of hyperinflation. So we can't be naive. Not only if you're watching this from different parts of the world, I know there's a lot of an American audience here, but this is not just going to affect America. It's going to affect the entire planet and your currency, your savings, your retirements, right? So when the market hits and the economy hits and reality hits financially, people lose jobs, stocks, their 401ks, pensions can radically dwindle, And not only that, but inflation and hyperinflation can happen in the right environment. That's why it's so important to diversify and be one step ahead. So, in the case this does happen, we're prepared. Our families are prepared. Your futures is more on solid ground, and that's where crypto comes in. There are other investment vehicles that I also do recommend that I personally invest in. Again, this is not financial advice, but crypto is an incredible place to diversify, make money, but also preserve your wealth. And I can't emphasize that enough. But let's get into the video. I'm going to share the screen here, and where can I find it? Share screen. And here we go. All right. This is the longest lasting world reserve currencies from 1450 to today. I'm going to stop it right here. You see Spain, France, Netherlands, Portugal, Great Britain, and the United States. We've all had it. But notice that Spain had it for 110 years. France had it for 95. Netherlands had it for 80. Portugal's had it for 80. And you're going to see Great Britain and also here in the United States. So you see a pattern that's statistically relevant. So we don't have to guess. America, we've had it for about 107 years. And so so we can see we're at the end of our life cycle. It's pretty predictable. So let me finish the video, but I wanted to share that little insight in there for you. All right. There we go. So you see that we've, the video was made a couple years ago, but you see um, that we're almost at the end of our existence with having the world's reserve currency. And you see a lot of funky stuff going on in our economy. I mean, inflation. It started getting people pretty panicked because things can change so quickly. And one of the things is that's also important on this. When you see the major power structures on the entire planet saying certain things, doing certain things, do we take them at their word that they're being honest, or are they lying? And so when you see the major heads, I'll give you an example, and you're going to see a video here in a second. But one of the people here, her name is Christine Lagarde. She's the president of the European Central Bank. She says, quote, "We need a reset in the way the economy grows around the world." This whole thing about reset. And so what's this whole big deal about reset? And all these politicians are talking about it, by the way. It's not a conspiracy. Matter of fact, it is real. And so they're not waiting. This plan that they have, they know exactly what they're doing. They're fast tracking this. this whole reset. And I'm going to show you with the evidence. It's not a conspiracy. I'm going to share you some other things that it's tied to. This reset is tied to a much higher and long-standing plan going way back, and it's first made its public appearance in 1991 in President Bush's famous speech that he made. And I'll show these both videos coming here right enough. But this reset is coming. It's coming quickly, and we all need to be prepared for it. Crypto is right smack dab in the middle. Incredible opportunities. That's why I'm so excited, because most people aren't aware of this. My number one mission statement is impact. I got a problem. I actually care about people, and we're all going to leave a legacy. Before my father died, we're all going to leave a legacy on this earth. The only question is what type. And when I see you and I speak to you, I don't just see you. I see your children, your unborn children, and the legacy you're going to leave behind. And in 200X Academy here and our other teachers, we may have the brief potential privilege to alter that destiny, to alter that legacy. And so that's real to me. And matter of fact, in the live event that's coming up here within less than 30 days at 200X Academy, I share my story, and you're going to understand why I'm like this the way I am. And because and that's why I'm so passionate in crypto, because it's an incredible opportunity. But even equally as important, it saves people and their families potential. They're at risk. What's about ready to happen, this great reset, we're going to be losing the world's reserve currencies. People can be destroyed financially overnight very quickly. It's happened in our country in the Great Depression. People jumped off buildings. They didn't see it. Well, guess what? Almost 100 years later, we got people like me that actually care. And I'm going to warn you and encourage you with information. This is not financial advice, but give you information so you can make intelligent, informed decision. So let's talk about this great reset. Let me show the video here, and you can decide for yourself. Should we take them at their word or not? All right, here it is. This is from the World Economic Forum.
Now is the historical moment, the time, not only to fight the real virus, but to shape the system.
We have a unique but rapidly shrinking window of opportunity to learn lessons and reset ourselves on a more sustainable path. It is an opportunity we have never had before and may never have again. So we must use all the levers we have at our disposal, knowing that each and every one of us has a vital role to play.
Now is the time to think what history would say about this crisis. And now is the time for all of us to define our own role. What is it that would make it so that history would look at this crisis as the great opportunity for reset?
The Great Reset is a welcome recognition that this human tragedy must be a wake-up call. It is imperative that we reimagine, rebuild, redesign, reinvigorate, and rebalance our world. Rebalancing investment, harnessing science and technology, and advancing the transition to net zero emissions, all elements of the Great Reset, are fundamental to building the future we need.
The world's problems fit on three sides of a triangle. It's one versus many, man versus nature, and the unfortunate foundation is long-term versus short-term.
All right, you can see the politicians are serious. Christine Lagarde, right here, out of her own mouth, talking about a reset. She's the president of the European Central Bank. Klaus Schwab is the head of the World Economic Forum that you saw in the beginning of that video. He's talking about reset. It is coming. We need to be prepared as the dollar is going to lose its world reserve currency. This digital currency is coming on. Again, digital currencies are, in fact, the wave of the financial future. The only question is it going to be centralized finance, which now they have their own coin. It's called Central Bank Digital Currencies, CBCD, or CB, Central Bank CBDC, or is it going to be cryptocurrency? How is this all going to shake out? This is why this is so real. So they're going to have a new world monetary system. There's going to be probably a one world reserve currency again. It could be a central bank digital currency. Is it going to be Bitcoin? Right? So, and while this change is going to happen, the reset is going to happen alongside with it. It's going to be a beautiful dance. Now, the specific partners of the dance is what is debatable. And that's why this is so awesome to be on the cutting edge of this, bringing this to you so we can be wise and be one step ahead, protect ourselves, one, and not only that, but also thrive as well. So I got some 2 more videos I would like to share today. And again, I'm going to be on live every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday moving forward. Right now is the time that I've been going on, but I'm going to be testing different times to see where the audience are. And by the way, if any of you that are watching this right now, go ahead and just, if you have a question or comment, go ahead and just leave that on there. I will answer your questions once we go live. As soon as I see it come on my screen here, I will do my best to answer that in real time for you. So don't be afraid to ask your questions when I go live here. So let's share these last 2 videos. It's one thing about a global reset. It's coming. We're losing the world's reserve currency. As a researcher, I am. They drilled us in research in graduate school at Arizona State University, which is the number 1 to A1 grade university as far as research, to tier 1 research grade. So they were very highly trained in research. And so one of the things that they say is you don't want to be an optimist when it comes to data and what you find. You don't want to be a pessimist. Don't be negative with the information or be positive. You got to tell the story, tell the data, and the data is going to tell it itself. So when you're seeing all this evidence of the world's reserve currency, you see what's happening in digital space, you see what the politicians are saying, and you're just simply putting it all together. Is it negative? Is it positive? I don't personally care. What I do care is to be on the right side of history and bringing people like yourself with us. So let's go ahead and again, this is more data to put in this whole picture. So what is this part of this great reset? You're going to see in this next video, it is tied to a much larger plan. Is this a conspiracy? No, it's not. They know exactly what they're doing. I'm going to show you the proof and show you the evidence in this video. This global reset is tied to a much larger plan. And I'm going to show you here, share my screen. All right, here we go. Here's Mr. Biden.
Now is to actually create a new world order, because the global order is changing again. And the institutions, the rules that worked so well in the post-World War II era for decades, they need to be strengthened, and some have to be changed.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order, a world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations. When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
It's a need for a new world order, but it has different characteristics in different parts of the world.
Never before has a new world order had to be assembled from so many different perceptions or on so global a scale. Nor has any previous order had to combine the attributes of the historic balance of power system with global democratic opinion and the exploding technology of the contemporary period.
After 1989, President Bush said, and it was a phrase that I often use myself, that we needed a new world order.
I think its task will be to develop an overall strategy for America in this period when really a new world order can be created. It's a great opportunity. It isn't just a crisis.
All right. You see that, again, there's no conspiracy. We're just intelligent people connecting A and B to C and actually taking them from what they said. So this whole New World Order verbiage came out, President Bush Sr. in 1991, right out in public. And you see presidents and politicians and powerful people like Kissinger on both sides. They're saying the same thing. They're beating this drum. Now it's turned in from this New World Order. Now the phasing in part of it is the Great Reset. It's realigning the entire planet, and finances are smack dab right in the center, and so is crypto. That's why this is exciting. In fact, I found in my research, you're gonna enjoy this one. In 5 years ago, in 2017, there's a little known video. It's the only one I found. It's nowhere else. And I was able to get it. It's a quote by Donald Trump admitting he's got some inside information, just like all these other politicians have over the years. And by the way, I'm a political atheist. I think these on the left, on the right, they try to ideologize and get everyone highly identified. I'm a Republican. I'm a Democrat. You know what? This is dysfunctional leadership. How about being an American? How about maybe our faith being was where we get our inspiration and our identity from, instead of these politicians. On top of that, probably even more important, John Adams and George Washington in the early part of our founding's history. It's a true fact. I don't have it here to show you, but I can, if anybody wants it, I can show you the evidence. They said, in their own words, do not let the two-party system come to in America, because the two-party system is a framework to divide the people against each other. So they warned us, and we didn't listen to their wisdom, because now look at what the two-party system, Republican and Democrats, what they're doing today. And a little history note, if you know anything about our history, there was plenty of different parties. There's over 6, 8, 5, depending on what year the elections were running in the early part of our history. There's plenty of different parties. It wasn't a two-party system. But then they took that framework that worked over in Europe, they eventually wiggled it into our American politics, and look at what we have today. And so that's why I'm not into the whole politics stuff. So if you're on one way or the other, bless you, whatever, I'm out. I need to talk about politics because these politicians talk about finance. So we need to talk about it. We need to see what they're saying. But let me close with this Donald Trump. Again, he's got some information, like him or not. It's just information. You make decisions. But just to paint a picture, things are about ready to change. Crypto is right at the center of it. But let me show you this quick video, and then we'll end things for today's show. And again, if you have any questions, please answer them. Type it in, whether you're on LinkedIn, whether you're on Facebook, whether you're on YouTube. If you have any questions, I'll be here to answer them for you live if I see it here. Also, just in closing, before I show you this video, we do have live events in crypto, taking people from beginner to confidence within 3 days. We do have a lot of advanced stuff that I show you in this. So if you're kind of a little bit more in, not just a beginner, but maybe a little bit, you're already investing in crypto, this 3-day live event will be well worth it, because I share a lot of high level James Bond stuff to make crypto fun, and you can be one step ahead of what's really going on in the world. So that said, let's share this last video of what Trump said about what's ready to happen in world finance. And again, this video is about 5 years ago. So this is kind of late news, but a lot of people don't know it. It's a very rare video. It's only one that I found of him actually saying this.
As far as the currency devaluations. I've been complaining about that for a long time. And I believe that we will all eventually, and probably very much sooner than a lot of people understand or think, we will be all at a level playing field. Because that's the only way it's fair. That's the only way that you can fairly compete in trade and other things.
All right, as you can see, Trump even said that all currencies, under the guise of fairness, you know, that word fairness, everything's got to be equal. You can see that in our society with the children. Everyone gets trophy. We can't offend anybody. It's got to be fair. Everyone needs to get trophies. You're seeing that their internal mindset and dialogues of what they're planning. The global reset is a part of this. Crypto's right at the center of it. So that's why I'm super excited. So whether you're an entrepreneur, you're just, hey, I want to protect my family. I need to diversify out of the dollar. Obviously, there's other alternatives outside of crypto that I'm personally invested in. I'm personally would encourage those other investments outside of the dollar and cryptocurrency. But I teach crypto. A lot of people don't know what crypto is and how to start investing. Boom, 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 boom. How do we do it safe? And so that's why we exist here at 200X Academy. But if you have any questions, go ahead in the chat, say anything live before we end today's session. Again, we go live every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Right now it's 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, but I will be changing the times throughout the weeks moving forward. And if you want a safe place to learn about crypto, this is what we do. It's not just me. We have 3 other teachers that we teach people and take them from beginner to confidence within 3 days. And but we have live events every single month. So go ahead. There's a video or there's a link at the top or bottom in the comments section that you can go register for our upcoming 3-day live event. All things crypto. So thanks again for allowing us to come into your window there, your phone and your laptop. And but again, we'll be here tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel, to give you updates on what's going on in crypto. We'll see you soon. Take care.